Welcome to this week's Ask Charlie. I am down in Chichester outside one of my favourite places, Falcon Fabrics. And this week I'm going to recover our old set of dining chairs which we had at our old house, and they've been in the barn. They're revolting. I wouldn't want to sit on them, and I wouldn't expect our friends to sit on them, so we're going to recover them, and I thought we could do it together. I'm going to go in and choose some fabric. I want to find a fabric ideally that's wipeable, that's not too thick, that will work for the job. So hopefully I can find something in Falcon Fabrics. Otherwise I'm just going to get something sort of relatively inexpensive that I can replace at some point. So let's go fabric shopping. I knew this was just a place to come. These are their water resistance fabrics. So they've got all of these and these here. I actually think I'm going to go for something quite plain and one of these two, and just keep it really simple because we don't need anything too over the top, but these are wipeable, which is perfect. So here I am out in the barn, and these are the chairs that need recovering. I mean, I don't know what has happened to this one. Pretty disgusting, isn't it? So what we are going to do is take off this back piece, take off the fabric, recover it, and put that back on. This is the fabric in question, which is actually pretty similar to what's there. I didn't want to repaint the chairs, and I did suggest that I could repaint them green. And Coco was like, no, there's too much green already in the house. Mummy, leave them. So I need to take these off, take the fabric off, and then recover them. So let's do it together. Move you down so you can see what I am doing. But I've got, this probably is not the right tool for it, but I'm not completely equipped. They're quite well stuck in there, and I think I need to strip off. What are we going to use? Maybe I'll just get a screwdriver, hang on. Behind me is work in progress, so ignore that mess. Is this going to get under? No. This could... I need like a staple grab, don't I? This screwdriver is a little bit smaller, and I'm able, gosh, these are in tightly, to lever them out. There's probably a special tool for doing this, but I am not an upholstery expert. This is very much DIY. Goodness me. Oh, I got that out. So I use this for cleaning out Fifi's stud holes, and it's actually quite a handy little tool to get under these staples, which are so tightly in, and lever them out. It's slightly easier than the screwdriver, and then pull them out with a pair of pliers. I think this is going to be a slow process, but it'll be worth it once it's done. Getting all of the staples off, and I can remove that. And now there's a whole load of staples under here. If I don't remove that bit of fabric, do I just leave it on and go on top? I'm slightly tempted. I am slightly tempted to leave it on. Hang on, I'm going to sneeze. I think I'm going to leave it on because I think I'm just going to create a whole load more work for myself if I take it off, because there's then this and there's a filling I know it's not what I should do, but we are just doing a DIY fix for these chairs to be used outside. It's not a perfect, and sometimes in life you need to take the easier option. So I'm going to do exactly that and take the easier option, but I'm sure there's some upholsterers out there screaming at the camera saying, no, don't do it that way. But I am going to do it that way because it's unbelievably time consuming and I don't have all the time in the world. I need to get these done. So I've got my fabric scissors and I'm just going to mark where to cut. I've also roped in a little assistant who is off camera, who is helping taking the nails out because I know that this is actually going to be quite a time-consuming job. What I thought was going to be a quick, we'll just recover those, is actually going to take a lot longer. So I've called in reinforcements. He was also looking to earn a bit of pocket money, so it's perfect. So I can now use my staple gun just to staple on this new fabric and make sure that I do the corners like they have done it there. I'm going to do one this way and then let's see whether it is the right thing to do. I'm going to get my staple gun set up. So I've got my staple gun and I'm just going to staple this and then pull it nice and taut. A little bit of a fiddle to get the corner, but I've just had a little play to get it right. And then we will staple that in place and I will show you a close-up of how I did it. You want to try and make sure that it's nice and tight and there aren't any ruckles. Of course, be very careful of your fingers. So I've been going to Falcon Fabrics for about 20 years. Ever since I've been in Sussex, I have been going there and they're so helpful. I got a staple gun there too. And as I'm always saying, ask advice. So whenever I go to my butcher's, I'll ask advice on how to cook something. If I go to a hardware shop, I'll ask advice. And that way you learn. And so I got some advice. I'm actually going to need a hammer. So if I'm doing a new DIY project, I will ask them for their advice. And they're always really helpful. And that way, as I've just said, you learn new skills and new ways of doing things. Now for the corner, I just folded that down that way, holding it nice and tightly, and pulling it there, and then bringing that up like that. Hopefully you saw how I did that, and then hold it nice and tight. This is actually quite hard for me to do. I don't have the strongest hands. I actually need two hands to squeeze the staple gun because it is quite a strong one. And then I can trim off the excess fabric when I get to that bit. So I'm just going to go the whole way around doing it, making sure that I'm pulling it nice and tightly. And then we're going to do the same with this corner, and I found a little bit of a fiddle and a faff, but there we are. This nice straight line, and then just be very careful of your fingers and keep pulling it as tight as you possibly can. So this is a fabric that's designed for gardens, designed for garden furniture. It is wipeable, and that is perfect for what we need. And actually, if I was doing these inside, I would actually use this fabric as well, as I think fabric chairs with a family can be a little lethal. Sticky hands and what have you. Even when they're given a napkin, it's quite tempting just to wipe on your chair. So this fabric, I think, is an absolute must if you have got families and sticky fingers, or visiting grandchildren, or whatever it might be. And yeah, it was $14.99 a metre, run out of staples. So pretty good value. And it's always so satisfying to do a job yourself, and I really hope that this encourages you to tackle whatever it might be. Give it a go, you might surprise yourself. Now I'm going to trim off the excess fabric, and then we will staple that black fabric back on, and we've done one. It doesn't matter if the underside is a bit scruffy, because we're going to hide it by stapling on that black fabric, so no problem. Make sure that's on the right way round. I'm just going to check this side. I'm really happy with that. I think that is pretty good for a novice upholsterer. And I'm just going to lay this over the top, staple that back on, and it's done. And here we are. One is done, and it fits in perfectly. The colour is great. That is how to re-upholster your dining chairs if they are dirty and in need of a fresh new lease of life. Wipeable garden outside fabric and a staple gun, a few tools. It is more time consuming than I thought it was going to be, but a really satisfying job. Now I have got 7 more to do, so I'm going to get cracking. And if you would like to see the final result, it will be in Friday's, will it be in Friday's video? Probably in Friday's video, or certainly next Friday's video when I have my lunch. But I hope that that has encouraged you to give it a go, to do a DIY project. It's so satisfying. Simon has actually been painting over here. It's been all systems go down here with us, but it's wonderful to be able to give these chairs a new lease of life, and rather than having tucked in a barn, stored as revolting dirty chairs, we can actually use them and enjoy them. And then if there's a mark on them going forward, or a bird, I can just wipe them off and they will look as good as new. So thank you so much for watching. Wonderful Falcon Fabrics in Chichester. I will leave linked in the description of this video. They are so helpful, and I always love going to visit them and getting their advice. So I will leave them linked if you are looking for somewhere helpful. You can always call them up and they post as well. They are super, super helpful, and I'm rambling, aren't I? But I can highly recommend them. But I need to get going and get the rest of these chairs recovered. This is a PS, the morning after. Sorry, I'm a bit of a sweaty mess having just done my workout. This one I couldn't recover last night. I have done all the rest. It did take about 4.5 hours. This had something sticky and horrid and not very nice, so I wiped it because I didn't want it to leak through. So I wanted it to dry before doing this one, so I've just got one last one to do. Quentin is here today and he was like, yes, Charlie, there is a tool for getting the staples out, which I think is better than this one, although this did do a good job. If I was going to be doing upholstery on a more frequent basis, I would invest in the right kit because my hand is a little bit sore today, but I'm really pleased with how they are looking. So I've done 7 and I've just got this last one to staple on, but I think they look super, and I really do hope that this encourages you to do a little bit of home DIY because it's so satisfying when you've done it yourself. So I just wanted to jump in here and share that with you this morning. Another top tip, when you lay it on your fabric, just check that it's in the right position, that you've got enough to go all the way around. You don't want to start stapling and then realise that it's not centered properly and you don't have enough fabric. So that is another top tip for you.